Oh, we're live. Are we live right now? We are live right now, aren't we? I'm seeing the live thing. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is August 16th, Wednesday, August 16th. Right now? Oh, shit. We are live right now. Hold on. Let me mute my thing here. See the live thing. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. Damn it. Sorry about that. All right. All right. Now we're ready. Okay. Hi, welcome to SBR Sportsbook. My name is Peter Loshak. Today is August 16th. Doing this show one more time remotely, and then tomorrow, Thursday morning, we'll be back live in studio as always. And 3-0 yesterday. Let's start things off with a little bit of self-congratulations. I'm so bad at self-promotion, but 3-0 yesterday. That's good. Self-promoting for yesterday's show. 3-0 yesterday, nailed it. Again, the Bartolo Colon start was cutting a little bit close, but did cash. And Salazar had a good start, and of course, the low-hanging fruit of the day yesterday cashed in the first inning. So a nice, successful day yesterday. 3 winners and a low-hanging fruit of the day caused no physical ailments to anyone who bet it big. It was a casher, a winner in the first inning. All right, okay. Yeah, Robinson Jetpet says 2 low shacks. Yes, Jensen Bonzone says 3-0-1 yesterday. Very nice job, Jensen Bonzone. Yeah, yesterday was a little bit of a tough card, but we figured out some nice plays, and we had some winners. The Toronto game looked tempting, but Tampa Bay finally found a way to get a win. Does that mean their offense is going to be good today? Not exactly sure, but it's definitely an interesting card. And we're also having some issues here with SBR odds. So I'm not going to be able to line shop for the first 5 innings lines, but I'll have to take Pinnacle anyway. SBR odds having some issues with the first 5 innings, but other than that, I think we are good to go. All right, today's card, once again, an interesting one. I guess it's interesting every single day. There's a few times when it's not that interesting. The first thing that catches my eye, of course, there's a lot of borderline days here today, right? Kyle Gibson day, right, against Cleveland. Matt Cain day against Miami. Obviously, Stanton is crushing the ball. Miami is crushing the ball, and Cain is very vulnerable on the road. Another, probably maybe the most interesting line of the entire card is the Chicago White Sox against the LA Dodgers. Now, I'm probably going to stay off this one, but let's just discuss it in general first. First of all, obviously the Dodgers 49-9 since June 7th. That means that the fair line on the Dodgers since then should have been minus 540. That means if you'd been betting the Dodgers at minus 500 every single game over their last 58 games, you would be up units right now, which is mind-blowingly impressive. But we saw it happen yesterday, right? They did wind up winning. They did wind up covering the run line, but that was a heart attack game, cutting a little bit close. The White Sox with Gonzalez starting, as I said, he can have a good start. They did actually cash the first 5 innings. The White Sox won the first 5 innings line yesterday. So, it's a little bit iffy taking the Dodgers here at these huge lines. And now you're getting Rodon for the White Sox, not Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a guy who, a lot of huge downside for him. Obviously, Rodon, huge upside, and his last 3 starts have all been excellent. Now, Darvish has been excellent as well recently, getting a ton of strikeouts and everything. But once again, the line is in the minus 300s, and Rodon is starting for the White Sox, and he has been no joke recently. He's obviously his entire career has had a ton of potential, always gotten a lot of strikeouts. He's looked better than ever, basically, in his last bunch of starts. He's still getting strikeouts, but he's being more of a pitcher. He's being more of a tactician when it comes to getting guys out as opposed to just trying to strike everyone out. His control has been better. So Rodon at that line is very tempting to take either on the Dodgers' first 5 innings team total under or on the White Sox just on the first 5 innings money line as a massive favorite. Or if you think that Darvish is going to have a great start, which he probably will, just the Dodgers on the the first 5 innings under on that game in general. Those are all very tempting picks. The first 5 innings total on that one is let me see, where is it? It is. Let me just find it again. We don't have SBR odds with the 5 inning lines right now, so I'm going to have to click around a little bit. Yeah, it's 4 minus 112 at Pinnacle. The first 5 innings under on the Dodgers and White Sox. So that is very, very tempting. The White Sox are plus 267 on the first 5 innings. That is very, very tempting. And the Dodgers team total under on the first 5 innings is 2.5 minus 104. So I don't know if I'm going to give any of those picks, but they're definitely very interesting picks, and they're definitely worth noting, and they're definitely very tempting for sure. Robinson Jeffers says Miguel, the last of the Mexican Gonzalez. Yeah, that guy is. When he's bad, he looks horrific, almost an auto fade. But he has more good starts than Ubaldo Jimenez, who is another interesting situation today. Ubaldo Jimenez is a guy who I've had a pretty good read on in general. Now, though, I'm not exactly sure what to make of him because he has strung a bunch of good starts in a row, and his strikeouts are up consistently, and his walks are down. He's got, I think, 32 strikeouts in 24 innings over his last 4 starts. His last start, he had 11 strikeouts. So Ubaldo Jimenez is pitching extremely well. Now, obviously, a blow-up here would not be a shock. On the other side, we have a guy, the starter for Seattle is a guy who did pretty well in AAA, but pitches to contact, has issues getting out major league hitters. And Baltimore is a team is a lineup with very, very high volatility. They're either, with all those big bats in the lineup, they're usually either scoring, 3 or 4 runs or less, or scoring double digits. So a ton of volatility here with the Baltimore lineup with Jimenez, and it might be a good idea to take Baltimore on the run line. I definitely, if I was going to take Baltimore here, would take them on the -1.5 line and not on just the straight money line because if Baltimore hits this starting pitcher, they probably put up 10 runs, and if Jimenez is good, he probably has an excellent start, and if Jimenez is bad, he probably gets a hit hard. So that's very tempting. The Baltimore first 5 innings team total over 2.5 is tempting to hit this guy Gonzalez. Baltimore -1.5. For Baltimore to hit Gonzalez and Jimenez to have another good start is very interesting as well. And let's see what else is jumping out of me. Yeah, another game that jumps out at me is Cincinnati and the Cubs. Homer Bailey is looking very, very, very vulnerable right now. Obviously, the Cubs had a bad offensive game yesterday. They poorly with runners in scoring position, and they're probably likely to bounce back here against Bailey. So the Cubs, I'm liking kind of overs every which way here. Lackey is solid, but always gives up a bunch of runs himself. So I'm leaning overs every which way. Probably most I'm leaning Cubs first 5 innings team total over, but also just leaning over 9 on the game, which I think is pretty low. First 5 innings over is tempting as well, and just the general full game over at just 9 makes some sense to me. That one might get bet up a little bit more. The weather at Wrigley today is kind of neutral. There's not much wind blowing out or in, so that's why the total is a little bit modest, and that's a good thing because that means we're going to get a low number to fade Homer Bailey here. So that's another way I'm thinking. The Cubs are a massive favorite here at -200. I'm not quite liking them that much to take them at that line. If I was going to take them, if I'm going to fade Homer Bailey here, I'm going to fade him on the Cubs team total overs. All right, that's what I'm thinking about. And then another quick one that's interesting is Philly and San Diego, Pivetta against Richard. I'm thinking about the first 5 innings over there as well, over 4.5. San Diego, of course, is a park that has been generally an overtrending park this year, and both Pivetta and Richard have been very, very vulnerable, very, very hittable recently. So that's another pick I'm thinking about. So just to quickly sum up here, let's see my leads as of right now. I don't know if I'm going to give any picks today because I haven't had the time to go in depth, but I definitely have a bunch of leans, and I didn't bet anything on the overnight line, but leans for sure would have to be Miami on the first 5 innings team total over against Matt Cain. Definitely Baltimore first 5 innings team total over, and Baltimore -1 against Gonzalez. Philly San Diego first 5 innings team total over would have to be a lean. And definitely overs in the Cincinnati Cubs game, over 9, first 5 innings over 5, and the Cubs team total over, and the first 5 innings team total over, and probably, I guess, Cleveland first 5 innings team total over to hit Kyle Gibson as well would have to be a lean. And then the White Sox and Dodgers game, tempting all the ways that I mentioned. First 5 innings under, Dodgers first 5 innings team total under, and if you wanted to take a shot, the White Sox on the first 5 innings as a massive favorite, although, again, Yu Darvish has been pitching excellently, so I'm not sure if I'd feel comfortable with that, but the line is just so huge, and we saw what happened yesterday. The massive line with Rodon starting. Wow, the market loves the Dodgers here, and I don't really blame them. All right, let's see. Okay, Rich Banks saying, is that 95 picks so far? No, Rich Banks, I've made officially no picks so far. I've just given a bunch of leans and all the things that I'm thinking about doing. A big reason that I didn't make any bets on the overnight lines is because most of the bets that I'm looking at are first 5 inning lines or first 5 inning team totals, or or even the one line that the one full game total that I wanted to hit was the Cubs game, and that one didn't have an overnight total. So, all right, Jansen Bonzone says hard to bet against a team that is 50 games over 500. That's true, Jansen Bonzone. But if you took the White Sox yesterday with Gonzalez as a massive favorite on the first 5 innings, you cashed, and today you're getting a much better pitcher. I agree with you that I'm not looking to bet Gonzalez. I'm sorry, I'm not looking to bet the White Sox here, even with Rodon at that huge of a line. I would be thinking about, though, the Dodgers' first 5 innings team total under, and just the first 5 innings under 4 in that one as well. King Al asking about St. Louis. Yeah, I was wrong on St. Louis yesterday, just wrong. I took them on the team total over yesterday, 4.5, and lost on that one. No, I don't really like St. Louis here. Lynn has some troubling signs. He's been having some serious control issues, and Lynn's been having some serious. Wait, let me find my notes here. Yeah, Lynn's been having some serious control issues, and that's definitely a concern here. He's also been significantly worse on the road than he has been at home. So I think Lynn is pretty shaky here. The line isn't huge, and Rodriguez. Edward Rodriguez is his last 2 starts were good. He's been throwing a bunch of pitches, and it was only very recently before that Rodriguez was getting hit. So, not exactly sure what to expect from him. Again, his last 2 starts were good. He might do it again here, but Lynn is definitely a big question mark for me here. And if anything, I might be leaning the Boston first 5 innings team total over to hit Lynn. But at the current line, a very modest line. If I was going to take this one any which way on the side, I would take a shot with Boston. I don't trust Lynn here at all. Anything's possible, of course, though. And again, Rodriguez is a guy who's been very up and down in his career in general. He could easily get blown up here. The weather doesn't necessarily promote an under or an over here. So if you want to take a shot with the over, that might be worth a shot. But I see Rodriguez as a question mark, and Lynn as probably someone who's more likely than not to struggle. So I would be leaning Boston in that one for now. There you go. Let's see. Other question here. Jansen Bonzone says he likes the Red Sox. I would agree at the current line. It's not a huge line, so I would lean under that one as well. East Van Pork Chop says Pitt first half under. Actually, I disagree with that. That's the oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's the sorry, that's the Philly game that I was disagreeing with. The Pitt first 5 under, yes. That is a very tricky one because Nelson got absolutely shellacked in his last start. Now, was that a speed bump or was that indicative of struggles going forward? I think probably a speed bump, right? And Garrett Cole has been excellent, but he also can get hit at any time, and it's a low first 5 innings total for sure. Let me quickly find what that one is. The first 5 innings total on that one on the Pittsburgh game is 4.5 minus 121. That's cutting it close. I could see it. I'm definitely not going to be on it, but I could see it. And if you want to take it, I understand the opinion, but I definitely that one makes me very nervous, and I'm not going to be on it. It can be a very hitter-friendly park in Milwaukee, and again, Nelson got absolutely shellacked in his last start, and Cole is reliable and good, but he'll probably give up a couple runs even if he's on his game, and if he's off his game, he'll give up a couple more. So I don't really like that one. Jansen Bonzone says some goofball the other day I bumped into criticized SBR and others as a bunch of fakes. Me? I ain't no fake, baby. I got a lot of problems. Handicapping is one of my borderline problems, but I'm not a fake. Who was that guy? I'll talk to that guy. Give me his email address. Let me do a call with him. That's the only thing I got going for me is I'm not a fake. All right. Hako Schofield says Astros, low-hanging fruit. I don't know about that, baby. Let me just find that game again. Yeah. I don't know about that, baby. Morton against Walker. Morton obviously is I think excellent and reliable. And Taijuan Walker, a big question mark, can be good. And Arizona definitely has bats to rescue a team at any point. And they're a pretty big road underdog here. If it was minus 115 or so, I might be looking at Houston closer. But at the current line, I'd be leaning Arizona and maybe even Arizona on the second half. Probably not going to bet it, but and you might be right. But if you gave me a free bet on either side there, I would definitely be taking Arizona, despite the fact that Morton has been very impressive and continues to be impressive. All right, let's see. Other comments. Looking for comments. Joe Martinez says, "What is with this guy's hat?" I'll let you know what with my hat. It's cool as hell, and I look fucking cool with it. No, I don't know. It's just someone I had someone made for me, and I wear it sometimes. That's it. That's the answer to that hat. Let's see. East Van Pork Chop says Nelson bounces back. That's what I would expect. I would expect Nelson to bounce back for sure. It's just a little bit iffy, and also, Cole is I think very likely to have a good start, which means he'll give up a run or two, but not a guarantee to have that kind of a start. So it's just in general a very, very iffy. I could easily see it being one of those games that looks pretty good after 3 innings, and then in the bottom of the 5th, 2 or 3 runs get scored, and the first 5 innings total goes over. So listen, I understand the play. It was definitely a question mark lean that I wrote to myself in my notes, but I'm not going to be on it, and it does make me nervous. But I understand. I obviously understand the reasoning there for sure. Nate Dogg likes Boston -1 and the under 9.5. Not sure about the under there, but I definitely yes, I would agree with Boston for sure. All right, let's see. BMOC gave what out, Pete, yesterday? What did BMOC give out? Let's see. What did BMOC give out? I'm looking for it. BMOC likes the Phillies. Oh, okay. I'm leaning the first 5 innings over in that one. Both starting pitchers are shaky here. It's both starting pitchers are questionable. The Phillies, obviously, they brought up that first baseman who's hitting a bunch of home runs, so I could see a play on the Phillies at a small road underdog line for sure. Probably the edge there is modest. Pavetta's definitely been struggling, but so is Richard. So again, I'm much better at my reads on totals than I am on sides. If you gave me a free play on that one, I would put it on. If I had to put it on the side, I would put it on Philly at +118 at the Greek and Bookmaker and a couple of the praise places for sure. +122 at 5 dimes. That's at +120 at Interdops. That sounds good to me. But I'm not going to be betting that one. If I do bet that one, and I think I probably will, it's going to be on the first 5 innings over at 4.5. I haven't given any official picks yet, but I definitely have my leans on all of these plays. All right, so everyone's let's see. Yes, a lot of people saying to fade Lackey to take the Reds. Yeah, at that line, I mean, the only issue is just that I'm as down as I am on Lackey today, I think I'm a little bit more down on Homer Bailey. So the line is a little bit tough. I could see the Cubs putting up 8 on Homer Bailey in the 2nd or 3rd inning, something like that, and then you've got a pretty big, deep hole to dig out of, even if you've got them at a huge underdog line. So I understand that one. I understand why you would want to fade Lackey here, but I'm looking to fade Bailey even more, and that's why I'm looking at overs in that game. Capo Status says, "Stop answering personal question. Who cares about that?" Regular viewers care about that. Capo Status, click off. We don't want you watching our videos anymore. Click off if you don't like the show. Click off. Easy, very easy. Go watch some Pranks in the Hood on YouTube. That might be more entertaining than this one. All right. So let's see. Oh, and also don't tell me how to do my job, Capo Status. All right, enough of that. Okay, let's see. Looking at East Van Pork Chop says, "I like the hat, Pete. Thanks." All right, looking for other comments and questions about games today. That's about it. Yeah, Mark Made Man says Dervis been just fine in the Dodgers easy win. Hey, he's been more than just fine. He's been awesome. He's been close to lights out. So yeah, that's a friggin' tough one. I definitely like Rodon here, but I don't want to bet against Darvish at all, and that's why again I'm leaning on unders in that one. I'm leaning on unders. Let's see. Other comments here. All right, so. No more comments. No more comments that have to do with games. And I will let's see. Okay. Etienne Monroy says, "What do you think of Darvish against the Sox?" He's probably going to be great again. He's probably going to go 6 innings, get 10 strikeouts, maybe give up a run or 2, maybe have a shutout start. I think he's going to be great against the White Sox. So yeah, I think Darvish is going to have a great start. And let's see. East Van Pork Chop says Cleveland is the low-hanging fruit. Maybe so. If I was going to take him on a low-hanging fruit type play, I would take him on the team total over or on the first 5 innings team total over, which would be 2.5. Sometimes those first 5 innings team total overs at 2.5s can be a little bit tough, a little bit tricky, but definitely I would lean that way. Let me just quickly check one thing here at Minnesota. Yeah, the only issue with that Minnesota game is that there's wind blowing in. It's also rain in the forecast, and it's supposed to be a thunderstorm. So when you have funny weather like that and a huge road favorite like that, it makes me a little bit nervous. I'm probably going to be staying off that game, and it's probably going to wind up getting rained out anyway. A game like that, you might have some postponements. Could easily see, Gibson throws 1 inning and then a big rain delay, and then they bring in a relief pitcher who does a lot better. So that game makes me nervous because of the weather and because of the huge road favorite line there. So I'm going to be staying off of that one, although obviously if you just wanted to blindly fade Gibson here, I certainly would understand that. And if you had been doing that all year long, you'd be doing pretty well right now. All right, I haven't given any official picks. I got to decide what to do here as far as official picks are concerned. Let me just quickly make sure there's no other comments that can help me out. Tomarino Tomor doesn't seem to be in the chat today, which is okay. Skooma Steve says, today Yu Darvish just turned 31. Maybe he went out last night. I don't think so, man. That guy, I think, he actually that's interesting that you say that, because he specifically said that there are so many good pitchers on the Dodgers that he doesn't want to be the shitty guy. He doesn't want to be the weak link. He doesn't want to have that role as like the bad starter. So he is pretty dedicated to holding his own on this awesome team. So I think Darvish is as focused as he can possibly be playing with the Dodgers. So no, I don't think he went out last night at all. I think he prepared to have as good a start as possible, as he always does. So I'm not looking to fade him, though. Definitely not. All right. Okay, let's see. Other comments here. Hako Schofield asked about WNBA. I did not have a chance to look at the 2 WNBA games tonight. Yes, I know that there are 2 tonight, and I love WNBA, of course. And I will be looking at those at some point and posting them if I get a chance. But I have not had a chance. Okay, let's see. All right. So that's about it. I have to leave pretty soon. So let me just, for my official record, decide what the hell. And Skooma Steve asked about CFL. No, I did lose for the first time in a while my CFL play of the week last week, which was the over in the BC Saskatchewan game. But I have not had a chance to look either at the CFL card this week. But I will when I get back home tonight, and I will have some opinions on that one. On the CFL this week in tomorrow's show on Thursday. All right, I got to decide. Let me just decide what I want to do here as far as official picks. Jeez, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Kane in Miami. I haven't even checked. It's obviously an early game, as we all know. You have to check the lineups on these very early games, and I'm assuming that all the big bats are in there for Miami, or we would have already seen some live movement on this one. Let me just quickly check here. What the first 5 innings team total over would be here. 2.5, and it would be, let me just oh gosh, minus 142. Holy crap. Yeah, that's a pretty high line there. Kane is awful, though. Let me just check it at 2.5 minus 145. All right, I will let me think about what I want to do here. Kane's bad, though. Kane is bad. I'll throw that one on there. First 5 innings, team total over 2.5, minus 142 Miami. I'll make that one an official pick. The Pitt-Milwaukee game is definitely interesting. The person who said that he likes the first 5 innings under, I can see it. I agree with him that, it's more likely that Nelson's last start was a speed bump than anything else, but it makes me nervous, and I hope you cash the first 5 innings under on that one, because I am not going to be on that one at all. Let's see. And then the Baltimore game, also an interesting one. The Baltimore game, also an interesting one. Let me just check the first 5 innings over for the Baltimore line here. 2.5 minus 105. Yes, 2.5 minus 105. Very, very tempting. Gonzalez probably has some issues. I'll throw that one on there. All right. Baltimore, first 5 innings, 2.5. Or you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Baltimore on the -1 line instead. Baltimore -1 is the way that I'm going to play that one. The money line part is minus 102 at Pinnacle and BetOnline Sportsbetting.ag, and the run line part of that one is plus 147 at Pinnacle as well. Keep it a little bit safe, and if Jimenez gets lit up, which is entirely possible, that one will lose. But I'm going to take. You know what? I'll take both of them. I'll take Baltimore -1, and I'll take the first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, -105 on Baltimore. Then Philly and San Diego. Again, I'm leaning the first 5 innings over Philly and San Diego. Let me just quickly check one quick thing here. Again, that first baseman for Philly is a nice bat in there. And let me just quickly check the. We don't have first 5 inning lines here at SBR odds, so I have to click around. 4.5 -115. Cutting a little close, but I will throw that one on there. First 5 innings over 4.5 -115 on Philly and San Diego. That's also an official pick. Toronto Tampa Bay game is very interesting. I would be leaning Toronto, but I'm not gonna take that one right now. Faria has definitely continued to get strikeouts, although he has come back down to earth. Stroman can get blown up, and Tampa Bay, of course, did wake up a little bit offensively yesterday. Then the St. Louis-Boston game, also pretty interesting. You know what? I think maybe I will put my money where my mouth is on the Red Sox to hit win. You know what? I will throw on that one on there as well. Red Sox, first 5 innings, team total over 2.5, -123. And the full game over on that one at 5 +105 is also tempting. And I'll throw that one on there as well. Both of them. Over 5 +105 on the Boston team total over, and the first 5 innings, team total over 2.5. I'll throw that one on there as well. Now we got the Cubs and Cincinnati games, and this one, yeah, that's probably my favorite play of the day. My favorite play of the day will be the Cubs to hit Homer Bailey. We don't have the lines out right now, but I will throw on the first 5 innings over, and the Cubs team total over, and the Cubs first 5 innings team total over as well. And I'll make a 4th play. I'll throw the full game over as well on that one, which is just 9, because I do think Lackey's going to get hit. It's just 9, and that line will be, let me just quickly find it. Yeah, 9 -115. I think that's a solid play, and we'll see how Bailey does. But Bailey has been, in general, it looks like he's headed on his way down, and I think that the Cubs should be able to hit him. So I'm giving a lot of picks today, and that will wrap it up. The White Sox and Dodgers game, oof, that is a tough one. And you know what? I'll stay off of that one. I'll keep all the totals plays on that one as leans. The Dodgers first 5 under 2.5, the first 5 innings under 4, and the White Sox as a massive road underdog in the first 5 innings are all very tempting, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. So overall, I've given a lot of picks. Miami, first 5 innings, team total over. Baltimore, -1, and the Baltimore first 5 innings, team total over. Philly and San Diego, first 5 innings over. Boston, team total over, and the first 5 innings, team total over. And Cincinnati and the Cubs, a bunch of overs every which way. The full game over, the first 5 innings over, and the Cubs team total over on the game, and the first 5 innings, team total over. And that's going to be it. Those are all my picks for today. We'll wrap it up right now. We'll be back for the standard format of the show tomorrow on Thursday. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone who congratulations to everyone who tailed 3 picks yesterday, which all cashed. Let me see if there are any closing comments here. Here we go. Hako Schofield, always great show. Glad you're back. Thanks so much, Hako Schofield. To anyone who doesn't like that I just identified and singled out that comment and mentioned it and talked about how happy it made me, click off the show and please don't come back. Thanks very much. Hako Schofield, really appreciate it. Really appreciate all the positive comments all the time. East Van Porkchop says he's on KC. Yeah, that one is interesting. Duffy, I prefer Duffy to Blackburn here. I agree with that one as a lukewarm lean for sure. I would lean KC as well. All right. That's about it. That will wrap it up. That wraps up the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.